Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am going to be working in my September personal planner. So I am doing something a little bit different. I have for September for my personal planning a weekly layout as well as a daily planner. And so I am trying to experiment a little bit with the weekly planner to see what I can do. So we're gonna get right into it. I am using for September a big vertical that was an outdated planner. I have already started redating it for the entire month. If I go back a page, you can see like this was like a half used page from ages ago, honestly. And so this is where we're gonna start. So I've got this already dated for September 1st through the 7th. And let me just kind of talk out loud what I was thinking. So, my big plan here is that I really love in my Google Calendar using my calendar in this like 3 week format. So, what I get with the 3 week layout is this current week, next week, and the week after. And so, what I'm going to do is attempt to like recreate that on paper. So this first box will be the 1st through the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, all the way through the 14th, and then this week will be the 21st. So we're gonna get right into it. I have pulled this sticker book. It is a teacher focused book wall journey. It is the big size, and I'm just going to use it just to decorate, just to make it cute. But also, again, keeping in mind, I want to use all 3 boxes for like the three weeks that are coming up. I just want to make sure I'm saving myself space. So starting off with the very first thing, the 1st of September is Labor Day. So I'm going to put that in there. And guys, I do take out the sticker sheets as you saw there. So I'll just put that back in there. But I want to, let's see, take a look. I'm hoping there are some boxes in here because that would be really nice. Okay, those are cute. I'm thinking these are actually big teacher layout boxes and not big vertical. Hopefully some of these will still work though. So like I like these. Take out this page. I'm just going to be flipping back and forth actually. I'll use both. I'll be flipping back and forth, but I'll take some pages out too because I just think it will work out better that way to try to, I don't know, just mix it up. And I want it to be fairly functional. So trying not to be super duper heavy with the deco, but I'm going to lean towards boxes. Again, just because I think I'm going to, want to write a bunch. Yeah, so this definitely does not fit in here. So you can see it's a little bit smaller than the vertical box, but I'm just going to keep going. I think it's okay. We will survive. Right, this one says, be the reason someone smiles today. I'm going to put that up here. Again, it's just not exactly the size of these boxes, so I'm going to just, do what I can. And let's see, I'm going to put one more. I'm going to do this notes one right here, but I'm going to cover this one up, I think. So I'm going to put this one here on Wednesday. Get it down just a little bit. I'm going to cover up the notes section here though. So let's cover it up with, I think this one looks super cute. So I'm just going to kind of offset it a little bit because who says you have to stay within the boxes, right? So let's get in here and do a couple more. And I'm actually going to go ahead and write my plans in here. I have been watching a lot of videos where people are saying, before the pen, and we don't actually write anything, so it's literally just decorating. And you know what? I agree with that. Like, we want to decorate, but also actually have some decoration that is before the pen, and then also maybe some decoration that occurs, once there's some pen in there. So I am going to write some of my plans in here. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put this up here. Okay. I don't want to put too much because I'm not going to have room to write. So let me go ahead and grab my calendar and start writing some things in. Actually, no, before I do that, I need to draw some lines. Okay, so the way I draw lines is pretty simple. I have this stencil that I purchased ages ago from Amazon. The lines are much, much closer, like tighter. I don't know how to describe it, but like they're like I would write smaller using these lines. So I like this instead of the Happy Planner stencils just because I can fit more information in there. So what I'm going to do, typically what I do is I don't draw lines everywhere. I just kind of like draw a few lines using pencil, like just like that, and then I will just mix it up. So down here, I'm not going to draw it at exactly the same height of the previous box. So you can see it's like up here and then down here. So I'll just continue doing that. I do not worry about going like from edge to edge. That's not necessary. I really just need it to be a guide for myself. So I just kind of draw a few lines, and for the most part when I'm using this planner I am just kind of writing a few notes, and yeah, that's it. So I don't need a ton of space for each day. As I was using this planner in August, I realized that, you know, an entire day I might have like 6 words in the entire spread, you know, so it would be mostly decoration and lots of white space. And so I was thinking converting it to a 3-week layout would work really well for the purposes of like making it a little bit fuller. I still love white space, so there's still probably going to be a ton of white space, but it will be not as much white space. I'm going to write in on this notes one as well. I'm just drawing the lines randomly, so let me just continue doing this. Okay, so all of my lines are drawn. I'm super excited about that. Let me go ahead and start writing things in. So right here for the first, I don't have anything planned. And I am using it again, like it's going to be the 1st through the 7th, and these are just the week after and the week after that. Once I get into the 8th through the 14th, I will be carrying these plans and these plans to that next page. So I really only need like a rough sketch of these 2 weeks, but this week I definitely want to make it as detailed as possible. Okay, I was actually debating whether I should put in the recurring events. And so, just like I said, I want this week to be as detailed as possible and these to not be. So even though I have, like, for example, choir every Tuesday, I'm only going to write choir up here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to turn it this way so that way I can write a little bit better. With the discs, it's a little bit harder. All right, so we'll go ahead and get in here. I have choir, rehearsal. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and list choir rehearsal again, even though it is repeated. Okay, I think that is good for this first spread. I think that looks pretty cute actually. So there's still plenty of space to add stickers. So I'm going to go back in here because right now it's fairly boxy. So I'm going to add some rainbows and some other fun things just to keep it cute. And I hope that this works well for me just because, I don't know, I feel like seeing all 3 weeks at one time and just being able to make notes for this week plus next week and the week after at the same time, it just feels like that would work well for me. But we will see. We will see. This is definitely experimentation time. And one of the things that I wanted to mention as I was putting stickers on here is that for the, no, I just want it, oh, that's literally the same one. Okay, let's not use the same. Let's do this one. Life is better when you're teaching. So one thing that I did want to mention is that these events are all my personal events, and what ends up happening is that I am writing in things that are not work related. So all of my work notes are on my work planner. This is just all of the non-work things that happen. So it tends to lean towards all of my after school events, because pretty much as soon as the kids go to school, I sit down and start working. But sometimes there's like stuff that overlaps with work. So for example, this is an all-day event, but I did take off of work to go to this. So, you know, it's again mostly work, I mean personal personal items that are in here. And so let me see. These are actually really cute. There's some like to-do lists and things like that, but I don't think I really need any of those. I think I'm gonna go with this one because this is cute. Forget the mistake, remember the lesson, and think we're gonna call it a day. So let's put this, I think we'll put it right here. It's really cute like that. Put that right there. All right, and I have got it ready for the week of the 1st through the 7th, which is this first row, as well as the 14th, all the way through the 21st. And as I move into the very next week, I'll just delete this row and these move up. Of course, the design will be a little bit different, but I think that just having a rolling calendar of 3 weeks at a time will be very helpful for me. So I'm excited. So this is the very first week of experimenting with this layout, and so I hope it works for me. I hope you enjoyed this video and what I did here. Please leave a comment, give me feedback if this was interesting to you. I'm definitely always trying out new things, so you know, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.